Despite Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets department debuting at #1 in the UK's official albums chart and her lyrics sparking conversation across the media, Jeremy Clarkson has swiped that he's never heard of the American singer-songwriter. Risking the wrath of Taylor's dedicated fanbase, Jeremy, 64, hinted that he knows more about the star's personal life than her music. The Clarkson's Farm star spoke out after the BBC's extensive coverage of Taylor's new album led to complaints from some viewers, with some claiming she had been given too much free publicity. Addressing the backlash in his latest column for The Sun, Jeremy wrote, "It's not just the BBC, though. Everyone is talking about Taylor Swift. And as a result, I know what outfits she favors. I know what pubs she likes." Jeremy went on to quip about Taylor, 34, having dated 5 British men in the spotlight, some of whom are heavily rumored to have inspired her latest music. Most recently, Taylor had a brief romance with the 1975 frontman Matty Healy, after dating Harry Styles, DJ Calvin Harris, Tom Hiddleston, and English actor Joe Alwyn, with whom she was in a relationship for 6 years. He jibed, "I know where she's from. And I know she seems to enjoy the company of British men. But I can put my hand on my heart and say I've never knowingly heard a single one of her songs." Following the April release of her 11th studio album, Taylor has landed her 12th UK #1 album in the 21st century alone. Due to the impressive feat, The Tortured Poets department was the subject of BBC Radio 4's Thought for the Day on the Today programme. The BBC also covered the return of her songs to TikTok after a dispute with the app, alongside numerous other news items about the Lover hitmaker. BBC's Newswatch, which airs viewers' opinions on BBC News coverage, was contacted by Claire McLannan, who shared her complaint. The viewer said, "I'm not sure I've ever heard any other musician or artist talked about on so many channels. It seemed a major item on the news coverage on BBC One TV, several times a day for several days, and it was just, not again. I couldn't believe the level of coverage. Really, the BBC should be paid for marketing her. Are they desperately trying to get young people to watch?" The BBC has since responded to the backlash, explaining, "Taylor Swift is a significant figure in popular culture, and we know our audiences, younger audiences especially, are interested in her work. As such, we feel it is right to include reports about her new album and the reaction to it as part of our overall culture coverage. We appreciate that not everyone will feel the same, and we do consider all our audiences when choosing which stories to cover."